How's it going, everybody? Chris Cards back through the mail. Monday, number 277. Baltimore, Maryland, our first of 6 envelopes to open up here today on this video. Hope everyone is having a great start to your week, and we have some vintage. We've got Mr. Ron Hansen. Ron Hansen, nice little 15-year career. 1960 was a great year for him, as you see, 1960 Rookie of the Year inscription on the Rookie Star card. He was also in both All-Star games that year in 1960, the only year he was an All-Star, third baseman, shortstop extraordinaire. Became sort of utility and a pinch hitter towards the end of his career. Very nice return from Mr. Ron Hansen. Played 7 years with the Chicago White Sox, 5 with the Orioles, even had a cup of coffee with the Yanks. Nice way to start this week's Through the Mail Monday off. A little bit of vintage. Let's move on, guys, to return number 2. And it would not be a Through the Mail Monday without a return from North Texas, Texas/Dallas. We got a God Bless on the back of the envelope. Very nice. And we have Ken Schramm. Ken Schramm here, 84 Topps card that I drop onto the mouse pad. 84 Topps signed along with Kent Hrbek. I think Kent Hrbek will sign for $5. I can get that completed for the set, as well as an 87 Topps card. Looks like a Tiffany with an inscription, 1986 All-Star. He was an All-Star in 86, 7 years in the bigs. 3 with Minnesota, 2 with Cleveland, 2 with Toronto. Went 51 and 51 in his career. That always stands out to me when I see that stat, 500 on the nose. Nice return from Ken Schramm, the current president of the AA Corpus Christi Hooks down there in Texas. Of course, that's the AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. There's information. Very nice return from Mr. Ken Schramm. Let's move on, guys. Return number 3. Green Bay, Wisconsin for our third return. And we have Steve Foster. Steve Foster on a 92 Topps, as well as 93 Topps and 92 Fleer. Nice return from Steve. 3 years in the bigs with Cincinnati. 59 games he got into in those 3 years. Only started 1 of them. Went on to become a coach, pitching coach mainly after he retired. Of course, he was a Rockies pitching coach from 2015 to 2021 before taking over the director of pitching in the front office there in Colorado. Nice return from Steve Foster. And yes, if you've noticed, I am going to be getting a lot more late 80s, early to mid 90s cards signed. I'm sort of kind of going through a bunch of cards I have that I've sort of have overlooked over the years, and trying to get some of these 87 Topps taken care of. Gonna find a lot of early 90s cards as well. Came across Steve Foster and 3 of his cards, and he obliged and very nicely signed all 3. Very nice return from Steve Foster. Let's move on, guys. Return number 4. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, our next return right there in the middle of the screen. And we've got Bill Mazeroski, and yes, I got the Maz again. And can you blame me? What a great signature and what a sweet card. He's got lots of sweet cards out there. 17 years in the big leagues. Every single one of those years spent with the Pittsburgh Pirates, including, of course, their World Series run in 1960 as well as 1971. 10-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glove Award winner, 2001 Hall of Fame inductee. And as long as I keep digging up cards of Bill Mazeroski, and as long as he keeps charging just a measly $10 for his beautiful signature, I will keep sending him cards probably every 4 to 5 months. And of course, if you saw my Instagram, yeah, I just sent to him again. So obviously right there is his information, $10 a card. That is not what I sent him, by the way. I'm all scatterbrained on these cards and pictures I've sent him. So anyway, there you guys go. There's information. Great signer. Awesome return from Maz. Great value for a Hall of Famer. Let's move on, guys. Return number 5. Louisville, Kentucky for return numero 5. And we've got a Topps Gold label. Beautifully signed. No smears, no streaks. Nice job prepping that card, Chris. Topps Gold label signed very nicely. Nice thick card. Signed by Scott Downs. Scott Downs with a 13-year Major League career as a reliever. He went 38 and 40 in those 13 years. Oh, so close to that 500 mark. You know how that excites me. Spent 6 years with the Blue Jays, spent the rest of his career with 6 other teams, including the Kansas City Royals, who he finished off his career with in 2014. Let's move that over there out of the light so you guys can see how pretty that card is. Scott Downs, of course, these 2000 to 2010 cards. Obviously, really nice looking cards to choose from when it comes to getting them signed through the mail, as long as the players, of course, do sign, which Scott, of course, is a very gracious signer. Nice to get these cards signed But of course, you do have to worry about the cards smearing and a lot of the coating and stuff on the cards that make it not that great to get signed. Of course, Heritage, Ginter, all those cards are perfect. Archives, but Gold Label, not so much, but it came out wonderfully. Glad I sent that card. Very nice return from Mr. Scott Downs. And of course, let's do it, guys. Let's move on to return number 6, our last return of the day. Northwest Arkansas. For our next return, our final return here. Let's see who we got. Feels like we've got a lot of stuff in here. We've got some questions returned to us from Eric Nolte. Eric Nolte, who signed this 88 Donruss card. Eat. Looks like it says eat. 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 There you guys go. 88 Topps as well signed. I think I sent him 4 cards. Only got 2 back. 4 years in the bigs, mostly with the Padres. He did get into 3 games as a Texas Rangers towards the end of his career. 26 total games in those 4 years. San Diego Padre legend Eric Nolte, who was nice enough to answer some questions. Let's get these out of the way and check out these questions real quick. I guess I could have left the cards there. I'm not sure why I did that, but there you guys go. Let's get these unfolded and find out what he responded here. How many autograph requests do you typically receive each week or month? He said, not many anymore. Is there something out there you would like those that request autographs to know? Pet peeves, annoyances, etc. He says, self-adhesives are great. Yes, we've had that answered before from somebody else. Do you still follow baseball? Is there a team you pull for? He said, not much anymore. Too much dollars and commercialism. And what do you think of the new rule changes? He said, not good, and he underlined it. So there you guys go. Returned questions from Eric Nolte. Does not get many TTM requests anymore. And of course, he likes those self-adhesive envelopes. And guys, if you do the math, it's like 2 cents more per envelope to get the self-adhesive. So just buy those. If you're getting like Amazon Basics, like 500 of them, just get the self-adhesives. I mean, you're not saving a ton of money. And yes, friends, I totally forgot to send a before picture, and he actually kept a couple of cards, and I have no idea what cards he kept, so I'm a little bummed out. I forgot. I mean, I've been doing a lot of send-offs this year, and more and more I've noticed I've been missing some pictures. In fact, I sent off 4 or 5 yesterday, and I double-checked before I sent off, and I had missed one of those pictures as well, so I had to open up the envelope, put the cards out, take a picture of the envelope, put the cards out, so I knew who I sent off, knew what cards I sent off. And yeah, bummed out about that. Eric Nolte, he kept 2 of them. I don't care. I just want to know which ones I sent him. I have no idea. I have no memory of what I sent him, and that's where the pictures come in handy. But unfortunately, totally forgot to send take a picture, I guess. So bummer. But that is it, guys, for this week's Through the Mail Monday. In fact, I did get one return. Another return from Portland with just an empty envelope. I'm not sure if you guys remember a few months ago, I got an empty envelope return from Portland, and it was sealed. This one was not sealed, and again, it had the Portland stamp on it. So it seems like these envelopes made it to Portland. Something happened there, and it ended up maybe separating somehow. And I got the SASE back, and they just put it back in the mail for me, and it came back to me, but with no cards in it. And the second time I've gotten a return with no cards in it. The last time it was sealed. This time it was not sealed. And I would say it was the player who maybe forgot to seal it, but I don't think so because it has the Portland stamp on it, and I have not sent to anybody in the Oregon area in the last couple months, so I don't think it's anybody local. So that happened twice now. I'm not too sure. I told you about Amazon Basics. I think I bought 500 at a time, and I think in the move I bought another 500 envelopes because I misplaced my other box in the move, and now I found it again, and I'm trying to use them up. And unfortunately, the longer these envelopes sit, the less adhesive it kind of dries up, and it's not as effective. So you gotta be careful with that. And I might just start putting a little bit of tape on the back of each of my envelopes, even though it's self-adhesive. It doesn't seem like it's sticking very well, and that might be an issue going through the rollers. I can't imagine it being a problem, but I can't also understand any reason why I'm getting empty envelopes back, one sealed, one unsealed with no cards in it. So, and all I can do is there's a batch I'm getting back right now. I sent off about 10-15, and I think that return was from that batch. And I think most of these guys I sent off to are pretty much sure things. So I guess by process of elimination, maybe I can kind of figure out who I sent off to. I guess I don't know, maybe I see the stamps. I can't code everything with stamps. I don't want to make initials or marks on the envelope so I know who it is. I already do a whole lot of legwork and a lot of keeping track of stuff. I don't want to keep track of even more stuff, but it's going to be an issue, especially if it's one of those 74 Topps team cards with like 2 or 3 signatures on it. I mean, that's going to break my heart if I lose one of those. So, of course, that's the risk I'm taking, but I need to minimize my risks, and I think I'm doing that, but maybe I'm overlooking something. So, anyway, that is it, guys, for this week's Through the Mail Monday. And I'm very happy to keep this series going for as long as I have, almost up to 300 episodes. Incredible. Very nice weather finally. It went from raining every day to like 85-degree weather. So kind of no in between. We didn't really ease into the heat. It's just hot out there now. So kind of a bummer, but it is what it is, you know. That's it, my friends. Thanks for watching. Talk to you all later. See ya.